then there was that other cabal, if you will, against the big merger guys and those that wanted to relocate elsewhere. Pfizer and Allergan, that deal is off, $160 billion pairing. That's not going to happen. Since the administration has announced it's cracking down on these inversions. Scott Martin here, Michael Block here. Michael, what is happening?
What's going on is Jacob Blue's on this crusade here. I think what he's trying to do is he heard that Susan Sarandon's going to endow a new professorship at Yale in Marxist law, so he wants to get that when he's done with his tenure as a Secretary of Treasury. At least that's what it seems like. Because here you have a guy who's really saying, okay, well, we're going to look back, we're going to pull the rug from you in the middle of something you're doing, something which, by the way, you could talk about the tax inversion structure, but look, it was progress for a company, putting might together, economy of scale, helping serve consumers better within the drug industry.
So you didn't buy the notion that we're just playing fast and loose to avoid paying taxes?
Look, it is a tax structure. There are tax loopholes.
And it's legal.
But here's the thing. It is legal. You don't go changing the laws in retrospect. Do you suddenly
so if you're going to change it, you're going to change the rules, I mean, for going forward, not backward. Right? Yeah,
that's just it. And the other thing I just want to say here is you have the situation where it says, okay, never mind what tax policy is, and it's good to pay taxes. I'm actually pro-taxes, and I think we have an obligation to society. You want to go back philosophically, it's John Locke, whatever you want to say. But the fact of the matter is, this is business. It's about competition. If we don't have a business-friendly environment here with the right tax structure and the right tax code, business will go elsewhere. People will move elsewhere. This country will lose out, and there's your lost jobs. Congratulations, President Obama. There's your legacy.
You don't vilify people for following the rule of the tax law and say, oh, this is insidious, this is Remember how many times Obama would say this is anti-American, when in reality, these companies have shareholders, they have boards to report to, CEOs, and they have people that have jobs there.
The draw to this was the much lower tax rate relocating to Ireland. What, about 14,
and getting
30%?
More competitive, I think, to Michael's point, in the sense of a lot of these companies, the big drug companies here, are getting their butts kicked because their pipelines are old, the drugs are slow growing now, so all these European companies are kicking their butts because they got better drugs, lower taxes. Therefore, they have to compete that way.
There has to be this competitive environment. Look, a few years ago, we saw an exodus of financial professionals from London to Geneva, and the fact of the matter, that was all about regulation. Is that what we're looking for here? I make jokes in my note every day about Galt's Gulch, which is a reference to Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged, which I think many of us have read. That could become serious here, where suddenly, the business talent can go away. What are we going to do about that? Because that's what creates jobs here.
What did you guys think of the way the president framed with the Panama Papers that are out and all these, corporate havens to not pay taxes? I'm betting there is not one Irish investor on that list. The tax is so low, there's no reason.
There's not, and I think it's not. And like Michael said, I get the tax situation. I understand that yes, corporations should pay. There should be some reasonable structure. But if things were fair, if things were structured correctly, and we've talked about the corporate tax rates, the United States being the highest in the world, there's things that need to be changed that'll avoid these inversions. You don't have to go out and vilify all these companies anymore because they'll want to stay in the United States and do business.
But the cynical view is from Donald Trump, much the same as the president's view, that these inversions are bad. So is the front runner for the Republican nomination a populist on this issue? Does it help him, hurt him, what?
Does it help him? Yeah, it's helping him right now. He's talking to the blue seats. In reality, is it going to help the country run better? I'm afraid not. It just isn't. It may help him get a nomination. It may help him get elected, for all we know. I'm not putting that's certainly in the realm of possibility, Neil. But what I'm saying is it's not good for business. Free competition, free trade, everyone treating each other fairly. If someone's not treating us fairly, certainly we have to protect against that.
But you're right. Someone has got to be watching why all this capital is leaving.
Right? Well, and it's going to go where it's treated the best. You've seen it in time over and over again, regardless of the administration. That's going to continue. So they have to realize that and fix it before it goes. Think about all the trillions of dollars that are sitting overseas. We can't even get a repatriation tax holiday passed. Just say, hey, companies, for 6-12 months, bring back that cash.
They should have done it. They're going to do corporate tax reform. That should have been the big goal.
Apparently, no one can do that because it's not punitive enough. Oh, we have to punish these companies for making money. How dare they?
But in other words, they didn't get that, so we're going to go to Plan B, which I like the hand slap.
That was a good hit. That was pretty flush. You're all right.
Very good. Very good.